Visitors to New York City often say, "Where are the good buffets?" or "There are no good buffets in New York City." If you look hard around the city, you'll eventually find some that fit the bill as a good buffet. Today, I'm taking you to Mizoomi, an all-you-can-eat buffet located in Little Neck, Queens, New York City. It has a large 3-section dining room and a really big, for New York City, parking lot. Join me as we check out a diverse sampling of their food. Hi, this is Arthur and welcome to the Minute Review Show. Today we're in Little Neck at a buffet restaurant called Mizoomi. We've been out here for many years and it's always been around. It stayed open even during the pandemic, and now we're back at the buffet. This is probably my 3rd time in so many years, and our most recent visit, they had a hot pot and they also had the regular sushi buffet, but when we walked in today, there was no more hot pot, so we're just going with a straight Japanese buffet. And we're very interested in seeing what they have to offer now in this visit. So come with me and I'll show you what they have. As we enter the buffet stations, we first walk to the salad bar and cold food area. There's a huge assortment of salads and cold foods. Next, here's a look at the dessert aisle. Next comes the hot food area, which takes up 2 rows of food. Notable items here include genuine Pelicana fried chicken, blue crab, baby back ribs, calamari, clams, fish, and other great items. There's also a section for soups. After that, we have items like pork galbi, chicken teriyaki, dumplings, tacos, raw clams, sashimi, and a variety of clams. Next is the sushi bar, which contains a large variety of sushi and rolls. Okay, I got my first round of food, and I got stuff that I enjoy eating. Here's a salmon sashimi, and also a salmon sushi. That's right here. It looks really fresh. And here's another piece that I got. This is the squid sushi. This one's a macro sushi, and this is great. They have fresh clams, raw clams, and they look really fresh. They don't smell and they're not shrunken, so these are in very good condition. Now, the other thing that I got was very interesting. They actually have Pelicana chicken, which is this piece right here. It's Pelicana, for those who don't know, are a Korean chain directly from Korea, and they have many branches in New York, so it's good. They have name brand wings. Here's a eel avocado roll. Here's some calamari, crispy calamari. I also ordered I think this is a salmon roll. And here's some tempura, and here's some more calamari. So overall, there was a very good selection for our first round, and we will definitely go back for more. Okay, the first buffet item I'm going to try are the fresh clams. Now, these are going to be really good. I can tell. They're super firm. They're not shrunken and owed. They look really nice. You know how clams have that briny, salty taste? It has that, and it has that nice, deep crunch when you bite into it. So fresh, it's so good. Get these. The next item I'm going to try are the chicken wings. These are the Pelicana chicken wings. Now, these would be pretty expensive alone if you buy them at Pelicana. So let's see how they taste in a buffet setting. Yes, they taste like Pelicano wings. These are nice and juicy. The crunch is also preserved in these wings. So these are definitely not regular buffet wings, but Pelicano wings. Really good. For a buffet, I can have as many of these as I want. Okay, now's the time to try some of the sushi. Now I'm gonna start off with the mackerel, this mackerel sushi. So let's see if it's nice and fresh. Absolutely delicious. Now, you know mackerel has a strong fishy flavor. This definitely has that fishy flavor and is nice and firm and very fresh. I'm gonna go on and have the salmon, see how good the salmon is here. So let's give this a try. Just as I thought. Once again, super fresh. The salmon is very firm. You know a fresh salmon when it's nice and firm. Sushi should never be soft and squishy. And finally, we have the squid sushi. Let's give that a dip. Wow. The squid is actually really fresh. I've had squid in the past where it tastes really slimy and pasty. This is actually firm and crunchy. This is very good squid. You should come and get this. So far, the 3 sushis I've tried, totally fresh, really good. Thumbs up for Mizoomi. Next, let's try the tempura. Here we go, a broccoli tempura. And you can see how light and thin the batter is. Very nice. It's not overloaded with breadcrumbs. Super delicate. Really nice and lightly salted. Plenty of flavor. Okay, let's look at round 2. This is my second trip to the buffet, and here are some items. You have bacon wrapped shrimp. Over here I got some more clams because those are my favorite. We have some marinated squid. This is raw. We have the chicken wings, but this time with a hot sauce applied to the wing. We also have some whelk. Not sure how I'm going to dig this out, but we'll see. It looks like I can dig it out with my chopsticks. We have some broccoli here, and we have a barbecued short ribs right here. Looks quite delicious. And then here we have a seafood chowder. I took a little bit just to get a taste, but this is interesting. It's not like a milk chowder, it's more of a clear broth. Next we have some flying fish roe sushi, a gunkan roe. I think this is minced salmon. We have some red snapper, and then we have some more of that squid that I had before. Okay, I'm going to try the seafood chowder. And the seafood chowder is actually pretty thick. And I know why it's thick now, because when I look at it, there's bits of rice in here. So it's more like a congee. And I also see like a medley of seafood in here, like little clams, mussels. See what this tastes like. It's a bit salty, a little too salty, but it tastes like seafood congee. Interesting, never had anything like this before. Next, I'll have the bacon wrapped shrimp. Let's see how they do it, if it's any good. Okay. The bacon isn't too crispy. It could be more crispy. The shrimp, it's not super fresh, but it's passable. What I don't like about this is that it seems like the sauce that they put onto the shrimp is a bit sweet. I think it's unnecessarily sweet. They could just use a more savory seasoning on it, or just rely on the bacon for flavor, but that could be better. And Next we have the seasoned squid. Let's see what this tastes like. It's nice. Now, why did I say it's nice? Because it looks like it has some scallions, but what they really marinate this in, the squid, is sesame oil. I can taste it. It's actually pretty strong, pretty overpowering. But I think you need it for this kind of dish. And compared with octopus, squid is easy to chew, so this is very easy to eat. Unlike octopus, so I kind of like it. Next, let's try the baby back rib. This looks kind of sweet. The sauce is all sticky, as you can see here. Okay. The meat falls right off the bone, as you can see. I think you need to overcook it for that to happen. And this tastes a little overcooked, which is probably how it should be. And as I can tell from the sauce, it's quite sweet. I like it, but you can't have too much of this. It's just a little too sweet to have more than one. Next we have this Pelicana Beauty, a giant chicken wing. Now this one has that spicy sauce pasted onto this fried chicken wing. Let's see how this tastes. Okay, it's not that spicy. Surprisingly, it's more sweet than spicy. And it's not bad. One wing has, this is gigantic. This is about 2.5 inches. There's so much meat in these wings. They're delicious, but I wish they could be a bit more spicy. Okay, I'm going to try the whelk right now. This might be a bit tricky to pluck out, so let's see if I can pull out the whelk meat. Okay. Okay, come on out. Come on out. Okay. This is a struggle. A big struggle. A big struggle. I might need a fork for this one. Okay. Oh, I got it. This is the whelk meat. Now, this is actually pretty big. In fact, it looks like French escargot, but a little lighter. So I have nothing to dip this in, so I'm going to use some of that squid seasoning sauce. And let's see how this tastes. Okay. It tastes seafoody, not briny, but it's very rubbery. But not to the point where you can't chew the whelk. It's actually breaking down. But it's good. More of a novelty item. Not much flavor. Would have preferred it if they cooked it the Chinese way with some black bean sauce. Now it's time to try the flying fish roe sushi, which is this. You have the rice on the bottom and you have the flying fish roe on top. Let's dip it in some soy sauce and see how this tastes. Cheers. So crunchy. That flying fish roe is so good. I'll tell you why. The reason why it's so good is because they really do not skimp on the flying fish roe. You know how they wrap the sushi around the seaweed? Well, less than half of that sushi was rice. The rest of it was flying fish roe. They were really generous with the flying fish roe. I like that. Thumbs up to Mizoomi again. And finally, I have something called the gunkan sushi. It looks like a spicy salmon. So let's give this a try. Wow, that was delicious. I don't know how they do it, but the salmon, even though it's all minced, it was so smooth and slippery in my mouth. It's unlike any spicy salmon roe I've ever had. I really like the flavor. And it's not covered in cream or mayonnaise. It's just salmon. Okay, the next sushi I'm going to try is the red snapper. Now, let's dip it in. This is getting better with every bite. Okay. This one, for some reason, doesn't taste as fresh, but is passable. There's nothing off-putting about it. It just doesn't have that snappy or that oily flavor of a fresh fish. So this one is not in my top 10 of sushis, but it's okay. It's passable. Okay. I said that I would show you a lot of different types of food, and this is round 3. We have over here pork kalbi. We have chicken teriyaki. We have over here a spiced crab, blue crabs. We have the Chinese manila clams. And then we have the deep fried string beans that are, it appears to be made Chinese style. So we're gonna give all of these a try. Okay, now the next item I'm going to try is the pork kalbi. Now this apparently is Korean, and let's give this a try. Wow, what a surprise right off the bat. The top part of the pork kalbi is crispy. I totally didn't expect that. And it tastes really good. I like that crispiness. Totally surprised. Okay, now the next item I'm going to try is the chicken teriyaki. That's what it looks like. It has that sweet teriyaki glaze that we all expect. Let's try. Okay. Now, I can tell that that chicken teriyaki is dark meat, but surprisingly, it's dry. Dark meat should not be dry, but this is dry for some reason. Not a fan of that. Next, I'm going to try the Chinese style string beans. Now you can see all the little pot marks in the string bean. It was deep fried and it's made Chinese style. So let's see how this is. Very nice. In fact, it's made just like in a Cantonese restaurant. Lots of garlic, very savory, and nice and crunchy. This is delicious. I highly recommend this one. Next, we have the manila clams. This is what it looks like. And as usual, manila clams are tiny. I'm just gonna poke a piece of it out. Here, this is what it looks like. It's tiny, maybe the size of a thumbnail. Okay, interesting. Now, manila clams usually use a black bean sauce. This is just a, it's just like an oyster sauce and a soy sauce. So it's a bit different, tiny bit different, but it's still very Chinese tasting. I like it. And the tiny clams itself are pretty fresh. And next are the blue crabs. Now, I've had blue crabs in many Chinese buffets, and most of them are disappointing. Now, this one's a tiny blue crab, like in most buffets. So let's see how they do this one. And I apologize if I look really messy in eating this. Wow, that sauce was really spicy. And as with most buffets, blue crabs, you're either going to get a good one or you're not going to get a good one. Now this one is just barely edible. You know that it's not so good because the meat is kind of mushy. But it's not as mushy as the worst ones I've had in Chinese buffets. So this is actually a step up, tiny bit better, but I still wouldn't recommend it. Save your stomach space for the raw clams and the sushi. You'll be happy with those choices. Okay. The meal is almost over, and I have to say I am so happy with this buffet. Apparently it's been revamped. They no longer have the hot pot, but it's really good because there's something for everybody. For every item that is not that great, there's like 2 or 3 items that are really good. And for any buffet to be 100% great at everything, you would probably pay a giant premium. This is a local neighborhood buffet, but a good one. So I really like the fact that there's something for everyone. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to try some dessert. And I can't wait to see what they have. Okay, I just came back from the dessert aisle and I chose 4 different kinds of cakes and 2 different types of frozen yogurt. Now, this is really good because we have 2 frozen yogurts that appear to be pinkberry style frozen yogurt. These are the frozen yogurts that are tart and crystally. And when I give them a try, I'll try to confirm that. The other items that we have are a banana cake, a strawberry cake, a matcha cake, and finally a blueberry layer cake. And we'll give all of these a try, see if any of these are exceptional or just plain good or not so good. We're going to start off with the cakes. Now I'm going to go through these quickly and I'll give you my quick impression. First is the matcha green tea. Okay, the matcha green tea. Matcha cakes tend to be not too moist, and this fits the bill. It's very standard for matcha cakes. Now let's try the blueberry cake. The blueberry cake has a little bit of blueberry frosting on top and some whipped cream on a white cake bottom. Okay, now this one I can taste some of the blueberry, and this one's better than the matcha. It's a little moister. Okay, now let's try the strawberry. Okay. What's interesting is that the strawberry cake doesn't taste like strawberries. The upper layer of the cake actually has some crunchy sugar crystals on top, but the cake is very moist. I like this one. In fact, so far that's my favorite. Now finally, let's try the banana. Give it a bite. Wow. I changed my mind. The banana is the best. The banana frosting is this has this gelatinous type of frosting. It's so squeaky and nice. The banana flavor is really strong, very delicious. And the banana cake itself is very moist. I like it because of the bold flavor. Next, I tried the frozen yogurt. Finally, we have the frozen yogurt. So let's give this a try. I'm thinking that it probably tastes like the Korean type frozen yogurts, like at Pinkberry. And yes, 100% it tastes like the Pinkberry. And this is the plain, nice tart flavor of the Korean type yogurt. Now, let's see if the strawberry has that nice tart flavor. Scoop a little bit of it. Wow. Yes, exactly the same, but with strawberry flavor and not overpowering strawberry. It's just there. But for some reason, the strawberry tastes a little sweeter than the plain. But I like both. They're great choices. Wow, what a meal. This meal is now truly over. I've had 3 plates of food, a plate of dessert, and some ice cream. Sorry, frozen yogurt. Now, I have to say that this isn't bad for a buffet. In fact, it's one of the better buffets in the area. Once again, we're in Little Neck, Queens, and for adults, it's about $33 for lunch. And I swear you can get it. Basically, you can find something that everyone would like. You can find something that you would like, for sure. Now, it's not too expensive, and if you're hungry, come here. There's plenty of food here, and just enjoy yourself. I want to thank everyone for bringing my channel up to about 480 subscribers. It's been a long road for me to bring you these videos. Also, keep in mind that there are plenty of other videos on this channel for you to watch. They're mainly in Queens and in Manhattan. So if you want to check them out, just go to my playlist. And also, please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. The final bill was $89.90 before tip.